Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be playing with some Merit goodies. They were kind enough to send over some of their new shades. For those of you who don't know, they recently expanded their foundation range, filled in a couple of gaps, and kind of just rearranged the whole color story there. And so they were kind enough to send me a couple goodies my way. They did go ahead and send me another brush number 1, which is, I can't have enough of these. I use these so much. So basically, if you don't own this brush, this is like a workhorse of a brush. That's all I'm gonna say. It can be used for foundation, a blush, a bronzer, the whole thing. You can basically do your complexion with just this one brush. They also let me pick a shade. I picked Bisque because I thought I usually purchase Linen. Linen is usually like my all year round shade. And when I get a little bit of sun, I find that Ecru was kind of like my summer shade. But I don't know, now that they have expanded the line, I decided to try Bisque. I will swatch them on the side of my face so that we can see, you know, which one's gonna match best. They were kind enough to send over a full size of the moisturizer. This is a brand new product to the line, and I've been using it since it launched. This one's a little stuck in here. This is amazing. During the summer though, I haven't been combining it with the serum because I have combination to oily skin, so it gives me a little too much glow. I prefer to use this alone during the summer. This has been amazing. I love the finish that this gives on my face. It doesn't leave it greasy or tacky. It leaves it moisturized. You have like this cashmere kind of finish where it's not matte, but it's also not super dewy. It's like that in between. I think they really nailed it with this particular product. I have the one that I've been currently using, so I'm going to put this one aside. I don't like opening multiple products of the same thing because, you know, once things, you know, products come in contact with the oxygen, their shelf life tends to shorten. So I'm gonna use this. I've already prepped my skin with this, so I have already used one pump is more than enough for me. I wanna show you the consistency of this. Basically, it is a, you know, plastic bottle, unlike the Great Skin Serum, which comes in a glass bottle. I find that very aesthetically pleasing still on the vanity. And here is the pump. The pump works amazing. It gives you control to dispense the product. So if you don't want too much, you have control. Like, you don't have to do a full pump, which I can appreciate because some of us don't need that much product. But this is the consistency of the moisturizer. It feels very hydrating. It's just lovely. And as you can see, my face still looks hydrated, but not, you know, extra dewy. Now, they also did send the full bottle of the Great Skin Instaglow Serum. I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like. I typically only use one pump of this, is more than enough for my entire face. Again, combination to oily skin. But the instructions do say that if you have normal to dry skin, you can massage 2 to 3 pumps. Just, you know, do what works for you. This is amazing. This is like one of those workhorse products that, I mean, I cannot be without this product in my skincare, period. This does a really good job at rebalancing the oils of my skin. During the winter time, when my skin does get a little drier, I do use 2 pumps. So it is hydrating without leaving your skin oily, which is which is huge for me, okay? So when you use this, you have to shake it before pumping it, and then the nozzle is the same, but just the little portion where the liquid comes out there is round instead of oval like the moisturizer. So side by side, they match each other, but not exactly the same. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to swatch these all over, you know, my face to see which one is gonna match. Linen, I know I've been hoarding linen because look, I'm almost out of it. I'm about to hit pan on this, but it's not my shade right now because I've gotten sun, so it's like a little too white. I'm also going to swatch it on the back of my hand here so that you guys can see. Then we have Ecru. Now I have a light skin tone with a neutral undertone. So I don't have any pink and I don't have a lot of peachiness in my face. It's just very neutral. So here we have Linen, and then here we have Ecru. You see, Ecru is just slightly darker, which is why Ecru is my summer shade. But Bisque, let's see, I think Bisque is gonna be too dark, but we'll give it a try. So I'm swatching it here on the back of my hand, and then, okay. So I think Bisque is gonna be a little too dark. So here we have Bisque, and you can see all the shades are basically just like one right up the other for the neutral category, right? Because they have foundations for light skin tones, but for people who have like a peachy undertone or that have a rosy undertone, etc. So these are kind of like the three neutrals I thought would be within my range. And so I have swatched it here on the side of my face. I'm gonna get directly in front of a window because I don't think the camera is gonna pick it up from this angle. Okay, so I'm directly in front of a window. We have Linen, Ecru, and Bisque. What do we think? Bisque I thought was gonna be a little too dark, but now I don't know. We're gonna go with Bisque. All right, so I wiped that off with a little makeup eraser sponge that I have here in like the villains theme. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit more moisturizer where I wipe that off just because, you know, we want this to look even. And I thought this would be the perfect way to show you the control that this moisturizer has. So I just want a little bit. And then we're just going to apply that to the face. And voila. The instructions say not to let the moisturizer dry before applying your SPF or your makeup. I'm gonna be quite honest. I have a toddler. Sometimes, you know, that's not the case. Most of the time, I get interrupted about 45,000 times, no matter what I'm doing. So this has fully dried and set down, and I've still been able to go in with makeup, and it's just fine. So we are gonna use our handy dandy #1 brush, and we are going to apply Bisque all over the face. By the way, congratulations to all of my Australian friends, because Merit has finally arrived to Australia. I do have an affiliate link down below, so I would really appreciate it if you guys see anything here that you like, please. I'm eternally grateful to everyone who uses my affiliate link. You have no idea how much that supports my channel, and I am truly grateful. All first orders will have the Merit signature makeup bag included, which is the little corduroy one. You don't need a code, it's just automatically gonna be added to your cart. I highly recommend that you sign up for the loyalty program, because depending on how much you spend and what tier you are, you get free gifts, and one of these is included as a free gift in one of the tiers. It's absolutely free to join, but they have really nice freebies, so for points and stuff. So as you can see, that blended out just seamlessly. And actually, I think bisque works. It works, and it only works because honestly, I got sun last weekend, so I'm even darker than I was the last time I filmed the makeup tutorial. I love this whole situation. By the way, I have like about 3 of these. These brushes are so good, they don't shed. They don't shed. And you know, I'm not the most careful person with my brushes. I can't recommend them enough. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Merit bronzer in the color Clay. I'm gonna swatch this for you guys right here. This applies kind of like a creamy, dewy finish, but then it dries down to a natural finish, which I can definitely appreciate. Also, this is goof proof. You don't have to be careful with this product. It just blends seamlessly into nothing. Using another one of my #1 brushes, I can't get enough of these, just to blend out the bronzer. Once I've added some warmth to my face, I'm gonna mix 2 colors today. So, you know that Merit just released their holiday sets, which I picked up the lipstick set. I did not pick up the blush set because your girl has way too many blushes right now, and I'm trying to get through some of them, you know the struggle. But these are the minis, and I kind of just wanted to show you a size reference. So I have Beverly Hills in the full size, and this is a Stockholm in the mini size. So you can see right here the size difference. And let me just tell you, these minis last a long time. I have had mine forever, and they have a really good shelf life. So the blushes have a 2-year shelf life. So for a clean beauty brand, that is absolutely amazing. I'm going to swatch Stockholm for you. And this is kind of like a bubblegum Barbie pink. And I'm going to mix it with some Fox, because I'm kind of doing a little bit of a fall look, but here we have Fox. But it's still really hot in Florida, so I'm kind of trying like a fall transition look. I forgot that I didn't even swatch this bronzer for you. Lord. Clay seems to work for me even when I am tan, so I really don't deviate from this shade. All right, let's apply some Stockholm on the cheeks. And you don't have to be careful with these. Honestly, they're buildable. You can apply as much as you want, but they just blend out so easily. And I'm just going to blend this out with one of my IT Cosmetics brushes that has like this water effect thing on the handle. This was like from many moons ago for all of my IT Cosmetic fans. You guys know these brushes were always released during breast cancer month, usually in October. And this is probably one of my favorite ones that I have bought because it's so cool, and they've never brought it back. So IT Cosmetics, if you ever watch this, can we have this one back? So here's Stockholm. As you can see, it's very light, and I can build this up to make it look more a pink if I want to, but I'm actually gonna layer some of Fox right over that. Not too much. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just blend that in, and then with whatever is left on my brush from Fox, I'm going to dab on my nose and run it across the cheeks. I want kind of like a very slight sun-kissed kind of look. And then there you have it. Again, it blends out just amazing. Next, I'm gonna go in with some of my Westman Atelier lipstick in Nectar. I have run out of real estate here. Just gonna swatch this right here for you guys. But that's Nectar. I find Nectar to be one of those shades that actually works really well with most makeup looks. It's kind of one of those very neutral highlighting shades. I almost feel that if I could recommend just one shade across the board, it would be Nectar. If you guys know, it's not my absolute favorite shade. My favorite one is Petal, which was limited edition, which is kind of like this purpley pinky highlight, and Lit, which is like a white pearly iridescent kind of shade. Let me tell you, Nectar, I just feel it just goes with everything, you know. Next up, let's apply some eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with Studio. According to my foundation shade, Studio would be my perfect nude shade. And if you have not tried the Merit eyeshadows, highly recommend. Highly recommend. You can, the Merit website will actually tell you which shade is gonna be your perfect nude according to what your foundation shade is. Amazing, very handy. So going in with the #2 brush, which I know looks dirty, but it's not. It's actually clean. It was just stained by Viper, which we're actually gonna use for eyeliner, but it is a dual-ended brush. So you have your fluffy brush on one side and then your pointy one on the other, and that's the part that I use for eyeliner. And honestly, you don't even need a brush for these. That's how good they are. You can actually apply it with your finger. So just gonna apply a little bit of this onto the eye. And a quick little makeup tip for everyone who owns this brush and owns these eyeshadows. Since these are cream products and they do dry down, by the way, I suggest you work one eye at a time, because once these shadows set, they will not budge. Anywho, so once you're done using the brush, I suggest you keep, if you don't have makeup eraser things like this, I suggest you buy one. These are the small ones, but what I do is I just wipe my brush clean. It's literally, I swear, I use these so much, and it will not leave your brush crusty, because when you use a cream eyeshadow, as we all know, and you leave your brush there, it's gonna get crusty the next time you pick it up to use it. So if you just wipe it clean on one of these are magic. They like take off makeup, and all you have to do is saturate them in water. They're amazing. Yes, you can use a makeup remover, but I find that even that sometimes can leave your brushes crusty. Next, we're gonna go in with Viper, which is this beautiful deep khaki green. And we're gonna use the other side of that brush to apply some of this to the lash line. So there you have it. I kind of like almost tight lined with it. But again, we are gonna wipe that off on this little makeup eraser. And when this dries, although you will see it stain because, you know, the green seems to stain the light colored bristles, it'll be fine. It's not like there's actual color on there. Next, we're gonna go in with the Merit brow pencil. Again, brand new to the line. I use the shade light brown. I always, by the way, this is a very small, micro sized brow pencil. Only lift up very little at a time. And what I use this is just to fill in certain areas, just to give my eyebrows a little life. But what I was saying before, I usually go one shade lighter than what I am. I never actually match it to like my hair or my eyebrows. I find that going down one shade for me actually gives me a softer brow. If I try to go with my exact shade, it's too dark and it makes my eyebrows look way too prominent. It has a spoolie on the other side, which by the way is amazing. This is so sturdy. I love how hard these bristles are. They are firm yet flexible. Not the easiest thing to do with spoolies that are this thin. Usually when they're this thin, they can't get through my thick brow hair, but it does, it really does. And so I appreciate it. I love that they chose a silver as the packaging because it makes it very easy to find in my makeup bag. Done, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Merit brow gel. As a matter of fact, I'm literally panning this product in front of you. This is in the color Neutral. And that's it. This will be the last time I use this color. This came in the holiday limited edition set that was launched last year. You all remember that? We hope that Merit brings back those lip liners that were included in that set. But yeah, that's it. And usually the color I use in brows is just, again, their light brown shade. And then I'm gonna go in with some of my Westman Atelier mascara in the color brown. I'm hoping that's another color that Merit launches this coming year, is brown mascara. Because you guys know that the Merit mascara is my holy grail mascara, but they don't have brown. And lately I have been on a brown mascara train. And so I'm really hoping they bring that to us this year. Mascara is done. But you see how this whole kind of eyeshadow look just looks a little bit more appropriate with brown mascara. Now, lipsticks. I'm always torn when it comes to lipsticks because Merit has one of my favorite formulas. So I have a couple of options here. So I have Ginger, which is one of the newest shades they added to their satin line. And let me just swatch this here for you. It's like the perfect fall transition color, I'm fully aware. But I wanted a matte. And this is a chameleon shade. It's gonna look very different depending on the lighting, depending on what you're wearing, like skin tone. I feel that this is the only color in the line that does that. I feel that every time I see this color on somebody, it looks completely different every time. If you don't like want lipstick because that's not something you enjoy wearing, I find that their lip oil in taupe is literally the exact shade. except in a lip oil. And let me just show you. It's just maybe slightly brown, but literally almost the same thing. But like I said, I wanted to wear matte. So I think I'm gonna go with Classic, and you can always tell the difference between their satin lipsticks are brown and their matte lipsticks are black. By the way, we all know they just launched a new finish, which is coming in like a gold kind of casing, which is only part of their little lipstick set for the holidays. Yes, I can't wait for that to get here in the mail. So I'm just gonna swatch this down here. But I think I'm gonna go with this color. This is Classic. See, again, this is my problem, but I also wanna wear Mason. Like, look at Mason. Look how beautiful she is. But I feel like she's a little too dramatic for what I'm going for. I need to run errands today. I think she's a little too much. But then what about Antibes? This is terrible. Just leave me a comment down below with which lipstick shade I should have gone with, because I think I'm gonna go with Classic because I'm wearing my base color eyeshadow is Studio. So I think that Classic is gonna be the best choice. If you have not tried the Merit matte lipsticks, you are missing out. One of the best formulas out there. I can't wait for them to expand this range because I feel that we need nudes, like more nudes, but in cool undertones. But I mean, it's not crusty. It wears amazingly. They're not scented. They do not dry out your lips. Contrary to what many people may think, my lips are not fake. I do not get lip filler. So I do have a lot of wrinkles on my lips. It does not sink into the fine lines of my lips. It does not run. It was very well executed. So let me give you a shot of this final look in front of a window. And here you have it. What do you guys think of the Bisque foundation? Do you feel like it matches my neck? What are we thinking? I mean, honestly, Merit just does it so good every time. All right, you guys, that completes this video. Please don't forget to shop my affiliate link down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Remember that all of your orders over $40 on the Merit website ship for free. I am eternally grateful for all of you who choose to follow me, take your time to watch these videos, and use my affiliate links down below, because honestly, I know you can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to spend your time here with me, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will do my best to answer them. And if you have not tried the Merit Complexion sticks, you must. I don't care what skin type you have, you must. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.